In a mysterious moment that man does not know or expect, God decrees the end for this body that has always moved, wanted, loved, and stritten. Its pulses stop little by little, its skin grows cold, its limbs weaken, and its eyes begin to stare at another, unfamiliar place, as if it sees what the living do not see. Then a new chapter of the story begins, a chapter from which there is no return. As God Almighty says, every soul will taste death, and you will only be given your compensation in full on the day of resurrection. Here, a person realizes that he is before a great door, a door that opens only once and will never close after that forever. He looks behind him and sees the world that tempted him and made its falseness seem attractive to him. He sees it evaporating before him like a dream. There is nothing that is of no benefit, no status that remains, and no people. How many rakas could he have added to his record? How many OMs could he have given to erase his sins? How many kind words could have saved him? But now he is helpless, and the time for choice has ended. The moment of death is the true announcement of the beginning of the eternal path, either to paradise, as wide as the heavens and the earth, prepared for the righteous, or to a fire whose fuel is men and stones, prepared for the unbelievers. Between this moment and that eternal end, a majestic journey begins that shakes the heart and reveals truths. A journey called death. Death is not a passing event, but is preceded by what is known as the throes of death. Those difficult moments that overwhelm a person until he becomes oblivious to the world, God Almighty said, and the intoxication of death will come in truth. That is what you were avoiding. It is the moment of facing the truth that people have always fled from and been too busy thinking about. In those hours, everything in the world fades away, and the soul remains struggling with the body, wanting to survive, while the angel of death takes it away in implementation of the command of God, who does not refuse. The believer sees white-faced angels, as if their face is the sun, carrying a palm from heaven and perfume from heaven. So he smiles despite the pain, and his soul is reassured. As for the heedless or the disbeliever, he sees angels with black faces, rough and strong, carrying sackcloth of fire. His heart trembles, his joints become uneasy, and he screams with fear before screaming with pain. No money will benefit him. No authority will protect him, and no child will redeem him. Everything is revealed at that moment. The world, which he thought was great, collapses before his eyes, and its fleeting reality appears, which is not worth the wing of a mosquito. It is the final battle between attachment to this world and departure to the hereafter, a battle in which no one triumphs over the command of God. When a person reaches the decisive moment, the angel of death begins to pull the soul from the body. In the case of the righteous, faithful servant, the soul exits with amazing gentleness, as a pure drop flows from the mouth of a waterskin without difficulty or effort. He hears the call, "O good soul, come out to the forgiveness and pleasure of God." So he exits, longing and happy to meet, reassured by the promise of God. The angels surround him, enveloping him with good tidings, as if it were a moment of a new birth, but this time it is a birth into the world of eternity. If the servant is immersed in sins and turns away from his Lord, it is said to him, "O wicked soul, come out to the wrath and anger of God." His soul is scattered in his body from the intensity of the fear, and he is violently pulled out of it as wet wool is pulled out from among the thorns. It is torn apart and screams a scream that is heard by everything except humans and jinn. Animals and birds sense this struggle and become disturbed and frightened, while the people around him do not feel anything except that he has departed from life. Here the servant realizes that everything has ended and that he has entered a new stage of no return, a stage in which there is no room for hopes or excuses. It is the moment when in this world the book of this world is closed and the book of the hereafter is opened after the soul leaves the body. It begins its journey towards heaven. There, the first features of destiny are determined. The soul of the believer ascends in a majestic procession, accompanied by angels of mercy who call him by the most beautiful names he loved to be called in this world. He feels as if the entire universe is embracing him. Every time he passes by angels in one of the heavens, they ask who this good soul is. It is said, so-and-so, son of so-and-so, using the best of his names until it reaches the seventh heaven. It is opened for him, and he is recorded in the book of the highest heavens, where the pure souls who preceded him are as. For the unbeliever or the wicked, when his soul leaves, it ascends reluctantly and asks permission from the angels to open the gates of heaven, but it is not opened for him, as God Almighty said. The gates of heaven will not be opened for them, nor will they enter paradise until a camel passes through the eye of a needle and is thrown out of heaven in a humiliating fall. His soul is recorded in a prison, in a dark, gloomy place where evil spirits meet. At that moment, a person knows the first features of his fate, before his body returns to dust. The soul's journey to heaven reveals that death is not a disappearance, but rather the beginning of a true separation between honored souls that are raised to the heights of the sky and cursed souls are cast into endless darkness. The body is returned to the earth and buried in its belly, as if it is reclaiming what was taken from it. Then the person begins a new journey unlike anything he knew in this world. The messenger of God said, "The grave is the first of the dwellings of the hereafter. If one is saved from it, then what comes after is easier. If one is not saved, then what comes after is more severe. The grave is not a silent hole as the living think. Rather, it is another world with its laws. When the believer is placed in his grave, the sight is expanded for him, and he is spread out from the furnishings of paradise. And a door overlooking the gardens of bliss is opened for him. Its spirit and goodness come to him, and he is enveloped in light and tranquility, and he feels comfortable as if he is in a place of honorable hospitality, awaiting the time of the greatest meeting. As for the unbeliever, the grave narrows for him until his ribs interlock, and he is spread out from the furnishings of hell. And a door overlooking hell is opened for him. Its heat and poisons come to him, so he does not taste tranquility. He hears the screams of the people of hell and feels its flames, and his fear and terror increase. Here it is confirmed that the grave is not only the end of the body, but it is the beginning of revealing the fate, either tranquil bliss or permanent torment until you rise. The hour will come, and as soon as a person is buried, two great angels, Munkar and Nakil, will come to him in a state before which no heart will steadfast, except he whom Allah has steadfast. They will sit him down and ask him, "Who is your Lord? What is your religion? Who is your prophet?" It is the moment of the fateful test that reveals the truth of human life. The believer who lived for God and adhered to his religion answers with reassurance and certainty. "My Lord is God, my religion is Islam, and my prophet is Muhammad." He is told, "May God make you steadfast with the firm word in this life and in the hereafter." He is given the good news of his seat in paradise. As for the hypocrite or the unbeliever who lived for this world and strayed from the truth, he becomes confused and stutters and says, "Haha, I don't know." He is told, "Neither you knew nor did you follow." Then he is hit with a huge hammer that, if placed on a mountain, would turn it upside down. He screams a scream that is heard by everything except humans and jinn. Here, the initial fate of man is decided: safety and tranquility, or torment and disgrace. The questioning of the two angels is a scale that reveals the truth of hearts, not just words. The barzakh is not complete death, and it is not a worldly life, but rather a decisive stage, a life specific to souls in which there is bliss or torment. The believer lives in it, reassured, furnished for him with the furnishings of paradise, and he is visited by its spirit and bliss. He sleeps a deep, peaceful sleep, like a groom on his wedding night, eagerly awaiting the hour to come so he can return to his family and his inheritance of bliss, eternal. As for the unbeliever, his grave becomes a fire that narrows for him. His seat in hell is shown to him morning and evening, and if he is from the people of paradise, then he is from the people of paradise, and if he is from the people of hell, then he is from the people of hell. He is told, "This is your seat until God resurrects you on the day of resurrection." It is a daily preview of the destiny of man. The believer is shown his seat in paradise, and his longing and reassurance increase, and he lives in hope of the eternal meeting. As for the unbeliever, his seat in hell is shown to him, and his terror and fear increase, and he lives in spiritual torment doubled: the torment of the grave and the torment of waiting. Thus man remains between good tidings and threats until he is resurrected on the great day, the day when the earth shakes and its burdens come out, the day when a person flees from the people he loves, the day when the scrolls fly, deeds are weighed, and man stands alone before the Lord of the worlds. That day is the true extension of the journey that began at the moment of death and everything that comes after it. It was only a prelude to revealing the eternal destiny, heaven or hell. If this work touched your hearts, do not be stingy with your support. Click subscribe to the channel, like the video, and activate the bell button to receive all that is new. God willing, your presence and support is what gives us the strength to continue and help spread these purposeful messages to the largest number of our Muslim brothers around the world. Do not forget to write me your opinion in the comments, as your presence makes me happy and always inspires me to provide the best.